Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the fourth episode of the second season of Kobayashi-san Chino Maid Dragon. In last episode, Saikawa got to meet our new dragon girl and they got to become great friends, which was wonderful to see. We got that double dragon belly patting going on, which was great. Also, Toru trying to find a hobby, which is kind of funny because the maid thing is already kind of her hobby, but I guess you could always have another one. And I think rather than a hobby, I think that's just kind of her purpose in life, really. But yeah, she found a hobby sort of like making Kobayashi into an idol, essentially, which that was a thing. That was a thing. They really dedicated it to that too, because it had the song, the Kobayashi love song as the ED. What was it called? Ishukan relationship, I think it was called. But yeah, that was great. Wouldn't mind having some lyrics of that. I would love to sing along with that song, but maybe not on screen, maybe not on camera, but just in general. Anyway, this is the next episode, so let's see how things go. So 3, 2, 1, play. uh, if you say so. It wasn't Elma, was it? Has she improved that much? Because that'd be some crazy character development. Okay, well, I guess she really has gotten better, as expected of our dragon. That's what she said. I don't know if she has any proof of that claim, but it's what she says. And I don't think a Harmony Dragon would lie. I think Saikawa's pose in this bit might be my favorite. It's hard to say, though. I mean, Saikawa's one of my favorite characters anyway. It's hard to come up with like a number one favorite character in this show, because there's so many great ones, but Saikawa was definitely up there. But you know, so was Kana, so was Kobayashi, so was Toru, so it's a hard one. So was Fafnir. How anyone picks a favorite character in this show is beyond me. And it's always the best part of the week whenever the show comes back. Still doesn't entirely feel like real life that we have it now, because the wait was so long. And many people doubted it would ever even come. Like, I remember watching Semblance of Sanity's reaction to it, and they very much spoke as if it just wasn't going to happen, but it did. He's so mad at you. I hope not. I don't know if the world can handle much more of that. Didn't think you'd actually do it. Wow, the praise. That's a lot to take in. Yeah, that's why she's so excited. We increase her overall firepower. Crap, that went by too quickly. I couldn't read what was on the screen. You know, you're capable. Have a whole bunch of work. That's kind of how it works. Yeah, we've been babying you up until now, so... Oh, wow. Kobayashi is the best coworker you could ever hope for. Definitely. She is. You know, like in Demon Slayer, Hashira. But I'm wondering how she's taken that. What? What? You mean like a literal fighting or like a coding duel? Either way, why? Do you want to be the pillar? She's the kind that challenges the duels. So, I guess I mean she considers Kobayashi a rival. Uh, that's quite the challenge. Yeah, you're clearly besties. Thank you. Uh... Food? I mean, that's how you said all thanks to Elma. I mean, she knows her weakness. She knows how to satisfy this girl. Man, she really is determined. Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. Can we follow that? That's Kobayashi for you. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I mean, it's not like the most exciting thing in the world, but yeah, I was pretty much just thinking that. Like, works of fiction do a lot to try to make coding look interesting, you know, like epic bleed hacking. But in real life, it's really not. I gave you pudding. What more do you want? What exactly does pillar mean to you? Ah, okay. Now I kind of see how she took it. Because pillar does mean like you're holding other people up. I know, right? At least I got that she cares a lot about you. For a head pat? Or a kiss? Probably a head pat. Oh no, that's not a head pat. Oof. Jeez. Right. I mean, Kobayashi's a big girl. I mean, not like literal, but... And here you go. So I guess we resolved that pretty peacefully. I mean, there was one injury, but mostly peacefully. This is the first episode where Elma's really felt like a genuine coworker of Kobayashi's. At least to me. Here we go. The episode 1 of season 1 nostalgia. I don't know why. It looks like exciting to me. Oh wow, where are we? Okay. Wow. Is this the same place that Todo worked? I mean, it's been a while. I don't remember. All I know is I want to come here. Oh? I mean, a dragon would be great for patrolling. That did happen. That did leave an impression on people, I'm sure. That amazing the animated sequence. Oh yeah, that is definitely weird. She looks cute though. Wow. Wow. She looks really cute, actually. I don't think she's ever worn them before. That is great. But what would be strange from a dragon's perspective, though? She is so cute. I can't stop staring at that outfit. Well, her in that outfit. It's actually just really captivating. I gotta pay attention to the subs. I wouldn't say that. I don't trust that guy. He just stole something from you. Well, Okay, we have some delinquents. Nothing that Horu can't handle, I'm sure. Can I blow them up with fire? Yeah, whatever she just said. She is not afraid of you, man. You're not gonna make... But that's... Good luck, buddy. Just a finger. What? Oh, God. Team Dragon Busters. Also, it's not the same voice as the one guy from the Dodgeball group from last season. I think we'll handle it. Oh, Elma. She is... I knew she was gonna say that. She is a good dragon. I am on official business. I am keeping the peace. I am the Harmony faction now. Just... She's so proud of her. Do we have a arm thingy for her too? She does. How many does she have? So what? She just like gave her hers. Okay. This is such a weird thing to see. Harmony Dragon. I know, right? Chaos Dragon, Harmony Dragon, walking around, keeping the peace together. Imagine she's probably a bit more rigid, a bit more strict, a bit more letter of the law. Oh, God. Yeah, this is kind of what I was afraid of. Please don't bully the small children. I should hope so. They lived together for a while. Of course, you take that as a compliment. Fafnir. Okay, I think I may see the man that you're referring to back there. Doing something. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. That very well used animation budget there. That was something special. Well, fair enough. I don't know how fearsome he is, honestly. I knew he was gonna turn that around on them. You're all kind of crazy, let's be honest. Oh? I would think so. Oh, are they for revenge? The whole gang? A whole gang of humans against 3 dragons. I know where I'm gonna put my money. If I had it. This... Dragon of Destruction, huh? Well, we'll see about that. You poor fool, you have no idea. I'm gonna try not to blink. One punch! Oh no, the outfit! Oh no. Okay, now I never will forgive you guys. Going for like a juggling combo like an arcade battle game. Gotta get that final blow. Oh, with a kick this time. Good job keeping the peace, Toru. Well, I think we took care of that. Anything you want to say to me? Jeez. Yeah, she made some new friends. What was that? Not until I win against this tree. I don't care how much you train, man. You're not gonna 1v1 a dragon. I don't care if you can 1v1 a bear. You're still not gonna 1v1 a dragon. Can't even do that. Can't even do that. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. It's hard to match others. Idol song? Or no, commercial. It is sounding like a commercial song. Parkour Land. That does sound like fun. Amusement parks don't amuse you, huh? I mean, she wasn't a big fan of the beach either. Please do. The kids just running off having fun. Yeah, kids. The short people. People. Is she inside of a costume? That is why the voice was kind of muffled. That is terrifying. Okay. This is an odd development. Oh, cool. I mean, it's cute, but it's just... I don't know how to describe that existence, that mascot character thing. I mean, it's cute because Georgie's cute voice is coming out of it, but I don't know. It is alone adult time. But could we just put that away? So Toru's in heaven. Okay. Because it's a maze. Bum 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 bum. Kind of make me dizzy, actually. Psycho. Every chance to clean Dakana. Oh. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm sure she feels protected already. And that scream probably scares off the ghosts anyway. Oh yeah, this thingy. I remember this thingy. Not that I've ever been on one, but I've seen other anime characters ride it before. It's the same thing, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's just go with that. Don't overdo it, Toru! Okay, she's gonna overdo it. Oh wow, what's this? That does look like fun. Shark! Oh my god, this... Yeah, I mean, you're stuck in there with two dragon girls, of course it's gonna be fun. As soon as it started to move, I knew Saikawa would get a kick out of it. I'm glad you're understanding the charms of Saikawa. Oh my god. I didn't know that, but... Fair enough. You know, I was still thinking about the previous scene, so I kind of like, my mind kind of caught up to that scene a bit late. But once I saw the word virgin, my mind kind of bounced back. I mean, that's not the first time she's licked her. Oh, really? Wow. I'm actually pretty impressed. Oh no. Oh no. That's, yeah, good luck dealing with that. Two dragon girls licking you on both sides. Nobody could contain that excitement. Literally nobody. So far, I think the amusement park has been most amusing for Saikawa. Yeah. That's probably it. Very well kept, very shiny and sparkly. Is she excited? I mean, this is her element. I mean, it's an amusement park cafe. Can't expect the top tier. I'm sure she's pretty tired after today. Exactly. Oh. Hey, everyone showed up. That would be a nice way to end off things. Phrasing. Not everyone can live in an amusement park. Right? Okay. I never thought of it that way, but maybe. I mean, I followed her logic. I have nothing to say to that. As always, Toto's on point. So would writing Toto. Gee, what? Who? I don't think I know this person. Oh, okay. That's her real name. Gotcha. I thought she was just being stubborn and refusing to acknowledge she's called anything else but Georgie. Naya. I think that's the first time you heard that name. That was a very amusing amusement park. I had a lot of fun. I didn't even go technically, and I had a lot of fun. This was a really good episode. Just so much wonderful dancing in the CD. Go. Okay, I try not to watch previews, even though I'm really tempted to, because it's kind of hard to hit the pause button when there's technically more Kobayashi Maid Dragon played in front of me, but I try to avoid previews generally. Anyway, that was the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Kobayashi-san Chino Maid Dragon, and I love this show. I really can't overstate how glad I am to finally have this back. I know recency bias is definitely at play, but I feel like this is just as good, if probably if not better than season one. Like, just maybe it's because there's less, you know, setting up than season one had to do, because season one had to introduce all the characters, get to know them a little bit, right? It had kind of that responsibility on its shoulders. And maybe season two, since it doesn't have to worry about that as much, it's, although they did have you to do, so I don't know how much even that is at play, but all I know is we've gotten a lot of great stuff in this season, right? It feels like we've got everything established from season one, right? And now we can just kind of like enjoy our wonderful life living with dragons, right? And that is definitely a wonderful life. So how did this episode start off again? I think it was mostly focused on, yeah, the Elma stuff. Okay, so Elma, right? She works at Kobayashi's place, right? That's her thing. You know, I think that was partially just because a big part of Kobayashi is her job, so they wanted to have a dragon girl at her workplace, right? I think that was logic of having that character in that environment, but so she's, you know, that's been her thing for a while. Like, she's technically been there, but, you know, been kind of like a running joke that she doesn't really do much, right? Because she's new to all this, right? She never operated a computer before she came to this world, and then suddenly given an actual job where you utilize computers, there's a bit of a learning curve. There's a bit of a gap of time before you can actually be useful, you know, before you can contribute. You know, kind of like New Game, how what's her name, Aoba, you know, joined the company, but she had to read through that Autodesk Saya book before she could like really start contributing to the game. You know, kind of like that. So up until now, she hasn't really felt like a real employee there. She hasn't felt like a real coworker to Kobayashi, but this episode did a great job of fixing that, right? I mean, even just a pure friendship aspect, I feel like it took a real big jump in this episode, because we actually had the moment where it was like the big revelation that Elma actually can code, like to a level where Kobayashi would nod at it, right? It's like, it's legit. So that was something really cool to be excited about. But then we kind of had a bit of a reveal that Kobayashi's been kind of like carrying the weight that Elma couldn't carry until she could, you know, do it herself, right? And because Kobayashi's always been very helpful to her coworkers, that's why she gets showered and all those chocolates on Valentine's Day and stuff, right? That's what Kobayashi is, just a very helpful, ideal coworker that anyone would be lucky to have. But then we started talking about the whole pillar thing, right? And it was very clear right away that once this was brought up, Elma took it very to heart, right? I didn't really get why necessarily at the time, but after, you know, more discussion about it, we eventually kind of got it, because she took pillar as very much like a human sacrifice kind of thing, right? And I mean, a pillar technically does hold up something else, right? So the technically is an aspect of sacrifice in that way. It's still not quite as extreme as maybe what Elma was thinking. And Kobayashi made sure to get across a point that she's not like, Kobayashi's a big girl. She's not going to take more than she can handle. Take what's something that she doesn't want to take. Like she's fine. Unnecessary. What's the English word? You know, just it doesn't sound as good in English, but like unnecessary looking after someone, right? Like she doesn't have to do. That's the point. That's kind of the overall point she kind of try to get across to her. Like this whole weird duel thing that they try to do, like a coding duel, which is one of the most uninteresting things in the world, unless it's like a show that tries to make it look interesting by having a bunch of like 3D models and stuff doing fancy things as a representation of coding and hacking. Like, you know, the shows that do that, you've probably seen some movies or whatever that have done that really silly stuff to try to make programming look exciting, even though all it is just like typing letters and clicking on things and deleting some letters, you know, compiling the code, realizing it's not working properly, figuring out what went wrong with it, deleting some code and fixing some things. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. It's just not. So yeah, we put a stop to that. We ended off things with a quick forehead flick, and I actually mentioned New Game earlier, and they had forehead flicks in that show too. So I found that kind of funny, but we had that, which was great. And then we had the actually, I think I still want to talk a little bit about the Elma stuff, right? Like this episode, that is what really cemented the coworker thing, because for one thing, she's actually good enough to be considered a real employee, but also going out to drinks afterwards, like with Takia and stuff, like that's very much, more than anything, that really gave me the spirit of friendly coworkers and stuff like that. And also just overall friendship, right? Because, I mean, if you weren't friends with your coworker, you probably wouldn't do that anyway. So, just a lot of good stuff. Elma, Kobayashi stuff this episode. I'm glad we've taken, like, a real big step up in regards to that relationship. Is kind of my overall point. But, also, anyway, the next thing we had was the one with the patrolling one, right? Just neighborhood patrol. I don't know, not even sure what you'd call it, neighborhood watch. But the best thing about this was Toru's outfit. I'm not even kidding. That outfit looks so good on her. I wanted to comment on it like about a couple dozen times through the course of the episode. I settled for like 2 or 3, but I wanted to comment on it several times because she just looked so good in it. Just even some of like slight animation of it, like the legs, the thigh area, kind of like seeing the hem of the skirt moving. Like it was all so well animated. She looks so insanely cute in that. It's just honestly insane. I could just, you know, gush about that for multiple minutes. Honestly, just so, because we got to see it like in different angles, different shots and stuff. Just, man, I love it so much. Anyway, we did eventually run into some delinquents, and I kind of figured that would happen. We have this big, bad, super powerful dragon that no existence native to this world would have a chance against, and she suddenly has this security kind of job. So naturally, we're gonna have some troublemakers show up for her to take care of, right? And she did. This big old guy that thinks he's tough trying to attack her, and she whips out that pinky finger and just pokes him in dead. The other guys learned their lesson pretty quick, or at least I thought. In reality, they were going to come back later. These Team Dragon Busters, as they call themselves. And it also, of course, was amusing that they had this dragon theme because they were battling a dragon unknowingly. And then she calls Elma a suspicious person. Like, as soon as we spotted Elma, and knowing that was Toru, it was pretty clear she was going to point fingers at her because she's kind of her enemy, rival, really a friend, honestly. I think we also kind of established that in this episode, that they're essentially friends, right? The kind of friends that headbutt a lot in anime, and I'm sure if you've seen a lot of anime, you've seen friends that are like that. That they, you know, on the surface they may look like they don't get along very well, but they're really best friends, right? So that's a thing. I like how Seki, I don't remember her name, the girl that Toru was with, she's like, well, you want to do it? I got an extra armband here. Take it. Have fun, you two. Peace. Bye-bye. That was pretty great. Because at first I thought she was like, had an extra one, had a third one, but really she was just like, you know what, take mine, have fun. So that was pretty great. And just the visual of seeing these two walking down the street together is pretty funny in itself, because you've never really seen that, right? The two of them walking like happily together. It's always like facing each other, yelling, pointing, getting mad, you know, one of them or both of them doing so. So this was such a weird sight to see, and of course amplified by Toru's new outfit, right? And Elma just having the time of her life, right? Because this Chaos Dragon doing something good, fighting for the Harmony faction, sort of, because it's a peacekeeping mission, right? And Elma, as far as Elma's job doing this, of course she's very letter of the law. Like, I figured that would be the case. I knew it. I didn't think she would necessarily yell at some poor children, but she did. So, gonna have to get her to chill a little bit, pick your battles, you know, see what's worth dealing with. And then we had Fafnir. Like, they started talking about like a black-haired guy, and it was pretty clear they were talking about Fafnir. I liked the way they introduced him, though, because, you know, we have the camera up close to their faces, obviously set up in a way where we can see the background, and then we see Fafnir just like pop up, doing like, very blurry, because obviously he's not in the camera focus, and he's just doing his thing. I was actually paying attention to him and not the subs, so I didn't even notice that they mentioned Spider dancing on the route to the elementary school. So that may have something to do with why they were so suspicious of him. But yeah, just the dance was amazing. Like, I mean, we got a little bit of kind of like, you know, call and response choreography, whatever, practice in season 1. Right, we had a little bit of it. It wasn't quite to that level. There was not that level of impressive choreography, so that was great to see. I mean, just in general, I think the animation of this season is better than the first season, but so we had that. Elma telling him, you know, you're a fearsome dragon, show more prudence, and then she's like, you know, do you not see what you're doing right now? So that was a great little scene too. Talking about the world and all that, get into some fairly deep stuff, and then the bad guys show up, and they have no idea they're facing down three very powerful dragons that each one could kill all of them with no effort, and there's 3 of them. So, just seeing her lay waste to them was extremely satisfying. Like, I love the shot at like 13 minutes, 48 seconds, I guess it was, just showing Toru from behind, right? And then she like pops out of the outfit, which is unfortunate. But and then she literally just bounces this guy up repeatedly. I think they learned a lesson, finally. They may not have gotten it the first time with the pinky action, but once she breaks out the full fist, they realized the error of their ways, and now they worship the ground she walks on. I mean, also a little bit of training in the woods. And then we had the amusement park scene. Even though the episode up to this point had already been really good, they still were not done yet. There was still more amazing Kobayashi Maid Dragon stuff to happen. And we went to an amusement park, and naturally we invited Saikawa, which is a good thing, because if we didn't, I would have complained about that for a good few minutes. Trust me, I would have. One unexpected thing was having Georgie there. She's like, you know, kind of a part-timer, wears the mascot costume, that really disturbing mascot in Parkour Land. It's just, I don't know, why is it called Parkour Land? It's just odd. It's an odd name, but I guess it's fine. It's not about the name. It's about what they got, the amusement that they provide people. And of course, Toru, quite liked being alone together. This is actually probably a good time to mention this, but I call Toru Kobayashi a lot, and it's because Toru says Kobayashi's name so often that it actually kind of caused some circuits to kind of get rewired in my head. So half the time I have to actively fight the urge of calling Toru Kobayashi. It doesn't help that the name of the show is Kobayashi too. So yeah, that's one of those things. I don't think I mentioned that before, so I thought I would do now. So that's a thing. But yeah, they're alone together. They go to the mirror room. We had Saikawa in the haunted house, and of course, when you're in like a haunted house or whatever with the girl that you like, it's usually a good chance to get all clingy with her, or you know, the guy gets clingy with the girl, whichever one's the scaredy cat gets all clingy. And yeah, there was a little bit of that, which was good. We also had the teacup ride between Kobayashi and Toru. That was a lot of fun. I mean, Toru probably got pretty dizzy, but. Or Kobayashi got dizzy, but I'm sure they had a lot of fun. And then we had this one odd ride I don't think I've ever seen before. They're like in a big old bubble thingy on the water. I don't think I've ever seen that in real life. Or even in anime, honestly. And then a shark suddenly came out of the water. Like, I don't know what I was expecting. Like, I was not even sure if I thought it was real or not. Or if I thought it was animatronic. I'm not quite even sure what I thought it was. I was just wondering, you know, what the heck, a shark just popped up. I don't think he even got far enough to start speculating what state of sentience it was, right? And pretty much as soon as it knocked over the bubble, something clicked in my head, like, okay, Saikawa's in this small contained area with both the cute dragon girls. There's going to be like skin touching. It's going to be very skinship, wonderful filled event. So Saikawa's going to get pretty excited, right? So my mind shifted to that way of thinking pretty quickly. And yeah, that is definitely what happened there. We had the classic Saikawa outburst of excitement, right? I wonder if anyone like in the amusement park just keeps hearing this strange scream and just are just wondering what it is, because they wouldn't know. They don't know Saikawa. I also liked how Idoru called Saikawa, you know, funny, omoshiroi, because she really is. She's a very fun, enjoyable character. So the fact that Idoru, who became friends with her like just last episode, they've gotten pretty close so far. So that's great to see. And then we have this scene, right? Because the thing was, we had Georgie revealed to be in the shark, and that was part of the reason why my mind was still lingering on that. So I kind of like was a little bit slow to catch up to the Kobayashi Toru scene. I think I completely missed the first line, which was, yeah, unicorn, huh? Because they're riding unicorns, and in season 1, Toru already mentioned that unicorn was a thing. So when they were getting the school supplies for Kana. But yeah, she specifies that unicorns love virgins, which is true. I think there was a thing about that in Overlord, right? That a girl tried to ride a unicorn but couldn't because she wasn't a virgin. I vaguely remember something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. It's been a while since I've seen Overlord too. But yeah, that's how we got to this conversation. And then Kobayashi says he would love her, so is that the first confirmation we've gotten that Kobayashi's a virgin? I mean, we could kind of, you know, guess so. I mean, she's already made comments about not being liked a lot, and obviously not. I mean, you could kind of extrapolate. You could guess that she was, but I think this was the first time we ever got full on confirmation on that. But I do like how Toru made sure to get the point across that it would be hers, right? Not going to give it to any stupid unicorn. So hopefully we can get to that in season 2. Maybe it'll be a season 3 thing, but Anyway, then we had one more scene. We're like bouncing back and forth between the the small people trio and our couple. So we went over to them, just kind of like having a snack by the food court, right? And then we had some dragon licking because she had a little bit of stuff on her face, and kind of took the opportunity to get it. Although I'm pretty sure the tongue was not in the location of the food, because I think it was much closer to the mouth, and she was more like on the cheek. It's not a big deal, but it's, yeah, we had that. Although the important thing about this was that she was actually able to hold it back, right? So that's because that kind of shows character development, that she's capable of doing such a thing. But there's one thing that dragons like to do, is to test limits, right? So she's like, yeah, I can do it when it counts, right? Looking all proud of herself, and then Itadou decides to take the other side with her tongue, and then Kana decides to double up. It's like, okay, if this is a thing we're doing, then yeah, I'll take care of my side too. And there, she couldn't keep it in anymore. Once you have two dragons licking you from either side, you're kind of done at that point. There are some things in this life that you can't contain, and it's the happiness of such an event. So. And then we got to the cafe, which of course Kobayashi was quite excited about that. I mean, that was actually really brief though, but Kobayashi was happy, so that's what matters. And I think, yeah, like I said, I think Saikawa had the best time out of anyone in this overall event. And Georgie was kind of an MVP, just like all over the place, taking pictures, being sharks, being mascot characters. Pretty impressive stuff. Also, Toru's comparison to amusement park is made because people want to simulate riding a dragon. I never looked at it that way, but that makes so much sense now that she's brought it to my attention. And most likely is it. Let's see. I didn't actually notice Saikawa looking at the, yeah, like kind of like showing the pictures in the background. Can't actually see the screen though, unfortunately. Oh well, but yeah, we rode the amusement park. We rode the Ferris wheel, so that was fun. And then we had one final scene. They're just like, what was her name? Naya? Something like that. Yeah, Naya. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, who the heck is Naya? Is that a new character? She looks human. Are we gonna get a new classmate or something? I mean, because she kind of looked too old to be a Kana classmate, but I wasn't sure. But then she called her Georgie, and everything made sense in the world. So she just makes her classmates refer to her by her fake name. I do love Georgie's commitments. I really do. And then we had the ED. So, as always, I talked a lot more than I probably needed to about this show, but I kind of do that about shows that I love. I mean, that's kind of how it goes, just so I can make sure to get out all the thoughts and opinions and stuff I have about the show. I don't expect anyone to actually watch these segments, but I do them anyway, because it's for me more than anything else. And I really love this episode. I don't think I could even choose a favorite episode of the season so far. Like, because last episode was good, this episode was good, this episode 2 was good, episode 1 was good. It's just all good, right? I am kind of curious what the season finale will be like. Because season 1, they made sure to have it like be really drama-like, with the whole Toru's father showing up, being like, Toru, you can't be living here, humans, you can't be living with them, bad, come home. And that's kind of what it, and he just said, no, Dad, I love Kobayashi, go away, go away. He's like, fine, you stupid, stubborn daughter, whatever, just I'll go home. That's kind of how season 1 ended, so I'm kind of curious how season 2 will end, because we don't really have that, right? Maybe the season finale will center around Itadou in some way, right? Because we already had some stuff with her, with like that one Harmony Dragon attacking her, right? Maybe we could have something in that similar vein of that for the season finale. Like really getting into some like relatives of hers, somebody that knows her from the dragon world, trying to get her to come back. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll find out. We have a while until we have to find out, luckily. Luckily, we're still less than halfway through the season. But because when we actually are finally done with this season, it might just break me, going back to life without new Kobayashi. I can't go back to that. I had to deal with that for so long. I don't know if I can go back to that. But nothing to worry about right now. That's a future me problem, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But really great episode is kind of my point. So If you enjoyed this video, I do hope you click the like button, support me on Patreon, leave a comment, watch more of my videos, stuff like that, you know. But for now, bye-bye.